Good evening. Welcome back to this second segment of the Glazov Gang. Our gang members this evening, Rob Nelson, former Fox News talk show host, Doris Montrose, president of the Children of Jewish Holocaust Survivors, and Mark Tapson, Shillman journalism fellow at the David Horowitz Freedom Center. Thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Thanks for asking.
I want to get to Iran and Israel, but in our last segment, we're having a debate about Islam and the terror threat. Rob is saying that in terms of a lot of things that conservatives are warning about, that there's also an inherent racism towards Islam, etc. Doris, why don't you go ahead and...
Okay. I want to make an analogy. If you drink milk and you get a stomachache, and then you drink milk again and you get another stomachache, and you drink and you start putting two and two together. You know where I'm going with this?
But you know why I'm saying this?
No.
But this is what
I need to let me
finish.
I need to let me, honest, really. I have points too.
No, I know.
Let Doris finish.
The racist and the bigot that I am.
I didn't say you were racist.
But you were implying that we are.
I said it's an underlying racism. Okay.
But how can... And that's what's allowing people in Toulouse to kill Jewish children.
If the people who kill you, who kill your children, who kill your relatives, time after time after time, every single time, is an Arab Muslim, and they yell, Allahu Akbar. How stupid do you have to be not to figure that out?
Mark, let Mark go.
Come on, you can't. Okay,
Mark, go and
then you go. I just want to point out. I mean, you brought up the issue of racism. I think it's a given that people of all cultures and all races, there are racists among all of them. So, sure, racism in general is a problem. Excuse me, I got a sore throat, so I hope I don't give out. But in dealing with the threat of Islamic fundamentalism, which is a clear and undeniable threat, unless you're in the media and then you deny it, but it's a clear and undeniable threat. So, I mean, how is...
I don't disagree with that.
Okay, excellent. Then how is focusing on that and combating it...
It isn't.
Where is the racist element in that? What race is Islam?
The racist element, and I said Arab people, I said it's not. The racist element, I'm sorry, but that analogy, come on, you guys, I don't know where you guys live, but how many times have you heard, I've talked to a lot of real racists, people who would, and I've used the black analogy because the number of times I've heard people say what you just said, they say, big generalization about black people, and they say, if every time you encountered a black person, they came in and they did this and they did this. No, it's exactly. No, it's not. It's exactly the analogy. You said if every time a person comes in and kills your things, it's that person.
Because of Islamic ideology.
Yeah.
You said if every time
you're missing her point.
No, I'm not. I'm not missing the point.
You are missing
You're actually missing my point. My point is merely that you can't group all Arabs and all Islamic people.
There's an answer.
We're
not doing that.
You are when you essentially say certain cultures can't coexist with us.
So what you're saying is that
the Islamic culture can't.
Of course. You think Islam is compatible with Western democracy?
I think modern Islam is.
You think a moderate Islam exists? That's a whole other thing. I can't believe you just said that. Go ahead. Every school of Islamic jurisprudence teaches Islamic supremacism. You will not find one school of Islamic
So you're saying all Islamic people can't coexist with us?
I didn't say people. This is where you don't understand. There's a lot of Muslims that don't follow the teaching of Islam. But there is no Islamic schools of jurisprudence that teach that Muslims should coexist with non-Muslims. They all teach Islamic supremacism. Doris, go ahead.
When I say that every attack has been an Islamic attack, doesn't mean that every Muslim is guilty. It means that we have to be aware that Islam has that.
I agree with that.
Right, and there are many. Right, and there are many good Muslims.
Yeah.
There are many good Muslims, but
they're irrelevant.
No, wait a minute. There are many good Muslims. They're just considered bad Muslims by Islam.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can return to that, but we need to get to Iran. The clock is ticking.
Yes, we
if
do.
Iran gets the nuclear weapon. But at the same time, I don't think Obama is on the side of Israel. Maybe he's saying something quietly behind closed doors. I hope so, but maybe not. Is Israel going to have to strike? If it strikes, does it make matters worse? How do you read this? Rob, what do you think of this whole Iran-Israel countdown?
Well, when I was doing my radio show on KBC, I was out in front on this. And before the U.S. government even admitted it, and I predicted this timetable, and people were talking about it, that they would within, by around 2012, 2013, have the capability to make a nuclear weapon, and all our sanctions and all that BS would amount to nothing, and they would do it. And for a long time, people resisted. And now, finally, even our current government is getting the picture that, they are going to develop a nuclear weapon, and, they're not going to stop no matter what we do, and, now we're kind of screwed because what do we do? So I think the sad reality is that Israel's going to launch a preemptive strike, which I would do if I was Israel.
Well, wait, why is it a sad reality?
Because it's going to launch a massive Middle Eastern war.
But wait, but you
we're going to blow everything
it's sad.
to shreds.
Wait, it's sad in the
it's
sense
sad that we didn't stop them sooner. That we didn't find a way to stop them.
But you're not opposed to it being done.
I think it has to be done. If I was Israel, there's no way I'd let Iran develop a nuclear weapon because they will use it.
Okay,
and if I'm the rest of the Middle East, I don't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon. So I'm going to sit quietly by and cheer while they blow it up. But if I'm Iran, I'm going to start a massive war in retaliation.
Quick follow-up. What could have been done before?
I don't know for sure. I mean, we certainly could have not just danced around with these sanctions, more sanctions. I mean, we could have been much more aggressive. We could have tried perhaps to topple their government. I mean,
Rob,
we could have done...
Rob,
wait one second. To the best of your knowledge of what you know, could Israel succeed in taking out the nuclear capability with an attack?
I think it's possible, and certainly they've been strategizing for it. I don't know it's a guarantee. But
when they do this, what are the consequences?
It's going to be a massive Middle Eastern war.
Could it be World War IV? Why I say four is
I think Russia will back Iran.
There might be a world war. There might be a world war.
We're going to back Israel.
Okay. Doris?
I think that Israel is going to attack.
What do you think?
They have to attack. I don't know that I don't know that they even have to take it all out. But if they can buy us 2 or 3 or 4 years, that would be great.
That's all they're going to do.
Okay, but a lot can happen. There between Ahmadinejad and Khomeini, there's internal problems. So maybe they can, duke it out, and both of them will be gone. Maybe the Green Revolution will.
Is there a chance that Israel will just do this, knock the capability out for 5-6 years, and nothing else will happen?
Yeah, I think actually
really?
That's what I really think.
You think Iran will just sit back and take it?
Yeah. I do.
I have to agree with that. I agree with everything you said, except that it will spark a big world war. I agree with her. I don't think Iran will fight back. I really don't.
But Hezbollah, Hamas, and there might be terrorist.
But they're doing that now.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I don't think Iran is. I don't think they're going to launch any kind of a major war. They'll continue, if not escalate, attacks through their proxies like Hezbollah.
Why? But, I mean, of all the things you guys say and believe, this, if I'm Iran, it's the perfect opportunity. You have now attacked me. We weren't doing anything wrong. We were just trying to make nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. We all know that's BS. But now you've attacked me.
Without a nuke,
they've got a huge
Iran
army.
Cannot take on Israel.
They've got a huge army. Well, couldn't they be? But they could. What if Russia backs them? I mean, isn't that their play?
I don't see Russia doing that.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be a smart move on Russia's part.
And I don't think Iran is really after Israel. I think that's just short term. I think they're really after America.
They would love to have. Yeah, I think before they
how was their whole Mahdi thing? They really want this Mahdi to come back.
Yeah, but they need America to be gone.
But they're more anti-Semitic than anti-American, no?
I don't think so. I think I think they're equal opportunity haters.
But they hate Israel the most.
I don't think the first thing they would do would be to nuke Israel. I mean, they have much more to gain by simply having the nukes and threatening to use them indefinitely. Because that would radically alter geopolitics, not only in the region.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an American president that arguably has been one of the most anti-Israel presidents in history, even worse than Jimmy Carter, if that was possible. What do you think of the way Obama has handled Iran and Israel and foreign policy in general during his administration?
Well, we're probably all going to agree on this, but from the beginning, Obama with Iran was, even during the campaign, was talking about how he'd sit down with Ahmadinejad and, have a conversation and all this. And, it was sort of like, it just reminded me of the beginning of World War II and the whole idea of peace for our time, peace for all time. That whole idea that you could sit down and talk to Hitler. Look, we made peace. England's all happy. Until 2 weeks later, he invades somebody. And it's like the idea that you could make peace with Iran through friendly negotiations when that's just to them great. That'll buy us a couple more years to get the nukes going, and So from the beginning, he's been naive about it. Now they're
naive.
Well, I think he was at the beginning.
Was he destructive? Is he self-destructive?
No, I think at the beginning it was naivete. I think
you don't think he's trying to hurt America and American interests?
No, that is one thing I do not. I do not think Barack Obama has it out for the U.S. I think he loves his country. He's a patriot. He was very weak about it. He's gotten a little tougher. I think Hillary Clinton helped him get a little tougher. But it's almost like a little bit too late now because to be tough now, you'd have to be really tough. You'd have to do something so ballsy and so aggressive that it would just blow him away.
Obama loves America and was just a little bit naive?
I'm sure he loves America in the vision that he has of America.
Right. My words exactly.
I don't think he's one bit naive. I think he knows exactly what he's doing, and it's working, except for the pushback from Israel and from conservative America.
Is it a disgrace how he's treated Netanyahu?
It is a disgrace beyond disgusting.
Do you think Obama is motivated by an anti-Semitism?
Yes, I do. He was raised in it.
Mark?
Same question.
Iran,
excuse
Obama,
me, my voice is doing it again.
Your report card for
certainly...
Barack Obama.
Wow. Well, he gets an F in my book overall in foreign policy and domestic policy, for that matter. But as far as Iran goes, he blew his chance with the Green Revolution a couple of years ago in Iran, when we could have really backed the Iranian people against the regime. And like you said, now it's too late. And now, in order to get tough, he's got to get super tough, which he's not going to do. So he blew it with Iran. But I think it was intentional. I think he intentionally backed off and did not support.
I don't think he. What's the benefit to the U.S. to do that? What's the benefit to?
He doesn't want to benefit
he doesn't want the benefit.
Yes, he does. See, that's ridiculous. Of course, he wants to benefit the U.S.
Well,
that's what I disagree.
We'll talk about that, because we're going to talk about the presidential race in Republican. But where I stand on all this, and we'll debate it, is he loves America, the America that he wants to build on the ashes of the one he wants to destroy. We will be back for the third segment of the Glazov Gang tomorrow evening. Good night.